How we doing today, everybody? Oh, just drink it. Oh yeah, that hit the spot. See if we can get some folks in here. Looks like somebody just jumped in. Not sure who you are, but please give us a thumbs up. We'll get the show rolling in a couple minutes. Gonna be doing some work on the bench. Don't have the degree wheel here today. Little Evil. Oh, wow. What a surprise, man. Hey, thanks for stopping in. If you guys don't know who Little Evil is, definitely need to check that dude out. See this video later or whatever. What's up, bro? What's up? Hey, man, thanks for stopping over. As you guys know, I just got one hand right now. I'm trying to get something done in here, man. I'm just furious about not being able to work. I really can't do much other than sort some bolts and maybe try to clean the bench. I came on today because I want to get this thing done and I want to get it done right. The problem I got right now, bro, is I want to put this cylinder on. It's an old iron jug off a Yamaha 1972 LT. It's got the one of the original reed cages, boost port, everything, bro. Real good dynamics. It almost lines up. I've been doing some research on it. It's a 52 millimeter piston. I think it had a little bit less travel though. It's like 46.7. So what I'm going to end up doing, some guys were telling me to just fill these with aluminum and re-drill them because it will fit on there. I made a little cheat sheet. I don't know where it's at, but I took some of my tattoo tracing paper and went over the top of this thing and kind of eyeballed it on there without taking the studs out. But yeah, man, it looks like it's going to be really, really good either way. Again, the problem I got is putting in a spacer plate to rise it up. So Mark James did a thing where he did one with a Suzuki, and I'm guessing that it probably had the same issue. I actually have the from the same era. I can't remember if it's the same year, but it's pretty close. This is a Suzuki head, and you can see it's got a fin that angles down so the air hits the spark plug, and then it backs off right here and pushes it out the back. So beautiful, beautiful freaking piece, man. Never been run. Made in Japan, you can see right there. Stamped and everything. So Matthew's in there. Yeah, man. Hey, got a little emoji. Hold on, let me see what I missed here. Matthew says, what's up, Roger? I want to see the Yamaha jug in action. Wow, 47 millimeter stroke, small kind of crank like that. Expensive, though. Yeah, I was looking it up the other day. It's so AX 100 Suzuki. I don't know. I'd have to go back through my paperwork and look on when I bought this, but I had contacted the seller. The bolt pattern matches up. Let's see if I can do it here. But where are we at? The bolt pattern matches up minus like, I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but it's maybe like just a freaking, the tiniest bit off. So we can definitely get that drilled and get that on there. So that's what I want to do. In the meantime, I have to have transportation. A friend of mine that was on the show here a little while back. Hold on, guys. I got somebody at my door. Hang tight. Coming. Yeah, come on in, guys. This way. Do what you gotta do, man. That might, I don't know if the air filter needs changed. It's been a while, I think, maybe. There's an air filter, maybe?
Yeah.
It looks very dirty there, so I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. You got it, man. Thank you. So sorry about that, guys. We got Squirrel Sniper in here too. Hey, thanks for coming aboard, man. Thanks. Yeah, man, absolutely. Oh my goodness. If you guys haven't seen Squirrel Sniper's channel, he's a wood carver. I guess it's a chainsaw he uses, I'm assuming. Maybe something smaller, but beautiful, beautiful artisan owls in a tree and stuff, man. Wow. I'm really impressed. But yeah, let me see here. Greetings, beautiful souls from across the pond under the same sky. I didn't know you were in Europe, man. All right, man. That's what's up. Mike's here. Man, we got a bunch of really good dudes in here. Little Evil stopped in. Haven't seen him in a long time. Hope he's still on board here. I just had somebody at the door. I was trying to explain this scenario right here with the Yamaha cylinder and the Suzuki head. Thank you, guys. But yeah, man. So in the meantime, I've got to have transportation. A young kid, I've helped him and a few others in the neighborhood fix their bikes and bought some stuff off of them. He's offered to buy me a piston in the meantime. So I sent him like 2 or 3 different links. And hold on, let me just move his stuff around and get in here. We got a little bit of scoring in the cylinder, but it's definitely something we can hone out. I do have a honing ball. I already marked up the transfers. And I wanted to propose a question to you guys. So I know James Picone sent me a cylinder a while back, and he just cut those spaces out in the transfer, cleaned that all out. So I'm hesitant to not make these things equal, but I had another bike builder stop in the other day, and he said it would be possible, and this might not be right, but he said it would be possible to get this under here better, to just clean this off and then cut this straight down and not touch the other side. So I don't know how that would work. I've always been under the impression that you needed your transfers to open at the same time, or you could have massive problems with crosstalk and reverberation, whatever you want to call it. But I just wanted to see what you guys thought. Yeah, okay, Matthew says it's totally possible. I did open the transfers on my 80. Okay, yeah. I know it is possible. Thank you for that comment, Matthew. I think the question that I'm really posing for you guys, and maybe anybody has, just take both sides out. Not important says, what's up, not important? Thanks for being here. I'm going to try to add you as a moderator as well. You should have a little blue wrench in front of your name now when you text, and you can click on anybody's name. And Squirrel Sniper, we're going to do that for you too, but I should have done that already. But you can click on anybody's name in here, and you can subscribe to their channel, leave them a comment, whatever, they can get back and subscribe to you. So yeah, Um, I was thinking about, just for experimental reasons, if nothing else, on just taking that off and then making this straight on through. Like I said, the only problem that I think might occur would be that if we leave the other side in, that it's gonna ring bulge and then end up getting a ring snag. So, um, but again, like I said, I'm willing to try it. Not that I want this thing to break down, but just for the fact of information for other riders out there. And if somebody comes into this situation in the future, if you guys don't know, what happened with this was we lost a circlip or a G clip on the end of the con rod, and it came off, and then the pressure variance caused this to break out right there. So still have the little piece, but that's basically where the gist of the scarring in the steel sleeve happened. So yeah, James McCone, I know, and I ran the jug that he sent me, and it ran really well. It had better performance. I don't remember, Mike, what the reason was that it ended up failing. And again, I've seen Amos do it. I've seen Amos do it as well. I guess I said I've never done it myself personally, other than the fact that James sent one to me. But the question that I'm trying to come up with an answer for everyone, and if no one knows, it's all right, is can we clean that edge off right there, straighten this out right here, so we're not fully opening that. But what's going to happen is that's going to be the fresh charge side, so that definitely would increase the flow volume for our gas over the exhaust, because there really isn't a like a split there and whatever it is, the G5, G6 or whatever. But again, with that being said, if we don't take the same thing out on the other side, is it going to come to a place where this is getting like the ring is pushing out more on that side and then causes a snag because it's uneven pressure. So just trying to figure that out. If anybody has any information, or if you don't have any information, that's all right. No wrong answer. I don't know myself. I've been doing this for a really long time, and I don't know. So Matthew says, yes, clean everything, but you can't leave the butt hanging. It will crack again and seize everything. That sounds like a good suggestion, Matthew. And I hadn't even thought of that so much. Again, like I said, the other side of that, which I was thinking of more, was just causing a ring snag over there. But you're right, that probably could cause that to break. Husqvarna 51 and 55 chainsaw cylinder has open transfers and runs fine. Cool beans, man. That's good to know. If any of you guys are interested in doing a saw build, I can tell you that Stihl has upgraded some of their cylinders. So if you go on eBay and punch in 440, it's going to come up, but you technically should be looking for a 441. There's now a 1 behind several of their, like 460 or whatever. Or I can't think of all the numbers right now, but a lot of them have a 1 behind it now instead of the 0. So just a tip for you guys out there. I don't know if that makes sense to you, not important as well. But Matthew's also saying my 80 cylinder CC has open transfers too. I've done the MS380 build. Didn't impress me. I get a better cylinder. Okay. Very good to know. I'm sure that'll help some guys out there. I've yet to build a saw. Gangster Builder, if you guys look him up, he was doing saw builds for years and years and years. And then I don't know if somebody in the community picked up on his information and they started the Phantom or whatever and just had that produced. But of course, we have now, what is it, the Avenger 85 and the Phantom 85. But I don't know. One of those I think might have a steel sleeve. I don't know. I could have swore I saw a picture the other day. If anybody knows about that, I know the Phantom has the port work similar to a saw, if I'm not mistaken. We got Gary McGrickenfielder here. Do you like the Minarellis? Sure, Gary. Thanks for stopping in. They're a great cylinder. I'm gonna add you as a moderator too, so you should have a little blue wrench in front of your name, and you can click on anybody's name, and it'll say go to channel, and you can subscribe, and then just go back and come right back into the feed. Take you 2 seconds. But MS360 52CH Power YD100. Yeah, I'm actually working with the 110. If anybody does have either a Phantom or an Avenger, and they'd be willing to, even if your sets together, if you can maybe get on there with a vernier caliper and just give us a reading. I want to say these studs might be a little farther apart than the setup what you guys are talking about. It's a YD100. I don't know exactly what the, actually, you know what? I could figure it out for you guys. Let's see right now. I don't have the case here, but and I'll get to your question in just a minute, brother, about the Minarellis. Bear with me. So let me get this thing turned on. Hold on just a quick second, guys. I'm working with one hand. If most of you know, I've got a broken hand here. So see, I've got that in there, just maybe about dead center almost. But so we're at 49, 50 millimeters. I want to say this is 50. Oh, it's way bigger. So we're out here at 58 millimeters on the stud pattern. 58 millimeters on the stud pattern. So if that helps anybody with what they're wanting to do with a build, again, you know, you're gonna have to do something with maybe the transfers or an adapter plate, or fill this and reposition this. At 49 millimeters or 50 millimeters. Oh, excuse me. 50 millimeters puts you just about right there. So you still got plenty of room. This is squared up. You could tap those out or cut them off and then just re-drill it, whatever. As far as the Minarellis go, I'm actually, let's see here. Gary McGregorfield Fighter. I'm sorry if I didn't say that right. This is the stage 6. This is the aluminum with Nicocel inside of it. So this has some really advanced port timing here. We've got boost ports. We've got the reed block. We've got a third transfer. Inside of our fresh charge intake, we also have a connection that goes back into the cage for the reed block. So you're getting a charge from that. You're getting a charge from the boost port, and then you're getting a charge from your intake. This is rated around 14 to 16 horsepower. The regular Minarelli, I believe, is, I want to say maybe somewhere between 8 to 10 horsepower. Little Evil might know. A couple of the other guys might know. I don't have one available here right now. I've built them before. This is the pipe that we had on there. This is off of a Honda Dio. Some people have used, where's another one? Can't remember what the name of it is right now. But yeah, they're definitely a lot of fun, man. Some people end up, I was looking on California motorbikes, but someone says they can seize up easy. Right. So the problem that you have with the standard Minarelli cylinder is that it's steel. And what happens is the aluminum heats up faster than the steel, and then the piston will lock in there. Yeah, Yamaha Jog. Thank you, Matthew. Dave Stuff says, Yasuni, user Yasuni. The man is here. All right. So let me talk to Dave. Please don't take off. We got a question, a real question here. Yeah, cast iron. So basically what happens is that piston heats up faster than the steel, the cast iron, and then the piston will seize. If you go into my playlists, there is something in there on piston work, piston work, not port work. I did a piston for a young man, Brody King, nice young Christian kid. We gave that to him for free. I think I didn't charge him anything for the work. He's really trying to live his life right. And it was an inspiration to me as well. But I show you how to do oil holes in there. Basically, oil holes are holes that you drill into the piston. On an automobile, some people would put them behind the rings and possibly on some bikes. What you have to do on those, let me just set this up for you. Okay, so let's assume this is your setup. Whether you have open transfers or closed transfers, it doesn't matter. But on the piston itself, you're going to want to put your oil holes in between the transfers and either the exhaust or the intake. So I'm talking about this area right here. So you've got to map that out on your piston. This is one I made. I never got to use it. I started making the hole, wanted to clean it up, but I was running a thin river down here. See if that would hold up. I don't know how that would work, but just some weird thing I had in mind. But anyhow, you want to you got to line it up, and you want 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 4 holes about in here, about maybe an 1/8 inch. And you want to do that on both sides, front and back. You also want to take a little bit of material off the top of your piston. If you don't have a machine shop near you where you can go in and actually ask them, hey, this is what I need you to do, you can use a Dremel. Get you some sanding discs and go on there. This one has an arrow on top. A lot of them have let's see if I got one to show you. This one, I think I took the material off this one actually. Right, here we are. So you have a stamp in here that's supposed to tell you the direction of the piston facing forward to the exhaust. Some of them are backwards. You have to be careful. But 9 out of 10, that's the right information. And then if you use that right there to tell you how far down you went, kind of use that as a gauge. If you get in here with kind of a bigger sanding flat wheel or something, and then you can go around using that same eyeball it basically. So, but yeah, no, they're great fun. There's a little bit of work you got to do to them. Feel free to leave me a comment and how to contact us. That's in one of the playlists as well. So my question that I posed here, Dave Matthew, come up with an answer so far. Everybody else said, yeah, it's doable. Yes, I know it's doable in the sense that you can open these transfers up. So I had somebody stop by the other day, and I was talking about cleaning this up. So he had suggested to me clean this edge and then just cut a straight line up here and then leave the other side alone. I was under the impression that might help because this is our intake side and I'm definitely going to have a better charge coming in, fresh gas there. However, Matthew said this could possibly break. My thought was if I go on this side and don't go on the other side and it doesn't completely screw the port timing up, that I might end up having a bulge and it would get a ring snag. So that's basically the question. Can you, if you have a similar situation on a steel sleeve where something breaks, can you cut this in half and leave that half and not do anything to the other transfer and run it? Would it be a boat anchor? Would it not work at all? Would it break because of the pressure? Not cylinder is the RPMs because 2-speed cylinder from scooter. That's why they seize because not made from 7,000 to 10,000 RPMs. If you're talking about the Minarellis, I've put them on the bike and I did maybe a little bit of port work to the exhaust. Didn't touch the transfers; they were clean. Didn't touch the intake, and I put it on the bike and I ran at about I think 11.5. And had no problems at all, other than I did soft seize once or twice. The other thing that you want to do with your Minarelli is probably you need to be running your gas around 24, 26 to 1, maybe 30 to 1 tops. And that's probably gonna alleviate the soft seize as well. But I personally would not do one open transfer either, both fully open or none. That's my 2 cents, as they say. Yeah, I don't know. I was hoping Dave would say something. Again, like I said, guys, as badly as I need transportation and someone's offered to give me a piston to get this going again until we can put the other cylinder on there, I get to work and make some money or something. But I want to try to put this back on so I can run it. And again, I said just for the sake of doing it, just to clean this up and open that and put it on there and see if it would work. I'd be willing to try to do that just so guys knew if it was feasible or not. But in the meantime, yeah, I'm more with you, Matthew. That I would definitely want to open them both up. But just a question I wanted to pose for everybody. Somebody, that's a pretty good bike builder stopped in the other day and told me that that would be possible. What piston are you going to put in there? So I sent him 3 pictures. One was from eBay. It was the 3-ring piston that belongs in there. One was a windowed 3-ring piston or 2-ring piston, and the other one was maybe a saw piston or another piston from Amazon. That would be goofy. If insist on losing that odd made cylinder, lose both of them, but don't widen your exhaust port below transfer opening. That might help prevent the ring snag. Okay. Good to know. So that would be goofy. If you insist on losing that odd made cylinder, okay, lose both of them. Oh yeah, sure. Lose them both. I see what you're saying. Yeah, cut them both out. So that was my original intention. I just didn't know if anybody had any information. Guy's been goofing around with bikes for a long time that I spoke with. Maybe he had a problem back in the day when we didn't have, next day service and you had to fix stuff, whatever it was, and similar situation occurred. And he said, yeah, go ahead and try it or something. But just wanted to see what you guys thought about that and just say hi pretty much. So thanks everybody for stopping in, man. That's awesome. Matthew, Dave stuff's here. We had Little Evil, which I haven't seen in a long time, so that was a gift. Got a couple new guys in here, not important. Squirrel Dude was in here, man. And Gary McGrickson's Fighter. Hope all you guys will subscribe to me. I know a couple of you guys already are. But hit that all notification button. We go live quite a bit. Have some similar talks, show some tips, show some work on the bikes while it's going on, and take a ride as we can too. Matthew says, good luck on the project, Roger. Might need more honing afterwards. Yes, that's my problem right now, Matthew. I have the honing wheel for the smaller cylinder that I just showed you guys, the 47.6 steel jug. I was told when I got the honing wheel that you want to go up about 1 millimeter over. So what I was able to get was a 49 millimeter, and it works excellent. I tried to do just a little demo on that the other day just to show people kind of what it is that you do. And obviously it wasn't big enough for the 52 millimeter. So I hit just one of the sidewalls a few times. And I did start to get a pretty good thatch or hatch, whatever. And so I'm sure it'll be possible to fix it. There's just 3 doors down from me, quarter mile, half mile away. There's a little, one of the few things in my area is, oh God, what am I trying to say? Like a landscaping, a lawnmower repair place. And I'm assuming they might have one in there. They're 50, 60 bucks an hour. So it'd be probably cheaper for me to just buy my own 30, 40 bucks rather than go in there. But I could ask them just to see if they'd be willing to do it. You know, it's a 2-minute ordeal, really. But let's see. Think about why I say that I've been machining cylinder walls on crap cylinders, 0 issues. But again, keep exhaust port stockish width below transfer opening allows more ring support once transfer is open. Thank you for that, Dave. That's great information for everybody out there. If you don't know, now you know. I saw some Brazilian guy put a 54 millimeter piston on a 110. Might be interesting. I don't know how that would work, Matthew. For me, I like the smaller pistons. 80cc has a lot more pickup than the YD 100 for that matter. BT 100, I'm not gonna lie, guys. There's a lot of issues with soft season on that being a single piece jug and the timing in it. But that thing was probably one of my favorite engines ever, and it's got balls to the wall. You can do 55, 60 all day long on that. It's way better than the YD 100. I'll put that out there. And if you don't believe me, find out, you know. But I got 2 YD 100 jugs sitting right there. Just showed you deal valve and a machined in and a regular one. So what I'm trying to say is, Matthew, is once you get up into the bigger pistons, yeah, you got a lot more torque. But I've noticed, like on the same hill, like going up like a road that I've traveled a lot of times, like a 12% grade, just trying to get up it. I can go all the way to the top, and the pipe's still hitting half the time on the YZ, or not the YZ80, but on a 66 80cc with the YZ85 pipe. If I try to do that on the YD 100, it's got the grunt, but you can't. You got to get down in the lower part of your throttle. But BT 100, that would fly up it. I think most of the time. But this 110, when you get onto that for whatever reason, it's got plenty of power, plenty of great speed, plenty of delivery. Maybe it was the setup I had, but I noticed once I'd get up a certain part, I'd have to back off the throttle, get down to the lower RPMs, and crawl up the hill. Open, you lose that cylinder support, increasing bulge, then that gets less support once piston travel blows intake port opening. Not sure if I wrote that understandably. Got to run off to the shop. Cool, man. Hey, Dave, thanks for stopping in. I'm not going to keep this up too long, guys. I just was hoping we'd get a bunch of builders in here. Thank God we did. That was a great discussion. I'm going to put this up for further reference. Maybe some people will find it and can appreciate it. Maybe they'll get something out of it. Maybe they won't. But I've had a great time with you guys today. And we'll do this again soon. So Wherever you are in the world, enjoy yourself. Matthew, sleep well. Whoever else is over in the UK, enjoy your evening. And oh, geez, Jessica Benjamin. Jessica Benjamin, guys, if you don't know who she is, she stopped in here before. Very nice gal. Cute as a button. She's down there in North Carolina. And Jessica, I just now finally got to make you a standard moderator. So sorry for the confusion before, love. Anytime you want to stop back in here and click on anybody's information, if you look up just above you, Jessica, that says Dave stuff, I would highly recommend going to his channel. You know, you click on his little thing, it'll say go to channel on the box, subscribe, and go back. He's got a playlist in there as well, and his stuff is all on port work and carburetor work. I have several playlists: engine building, reed assembly, wiring bikes, building them, whatever. It's all in there. But I know I told you before, try to help your son. And I guess you got a man in your life now from what you were saying. So we thought you was a single mom. We'll still be happy to try to help your boy anytime, or your man if he doesn't know about this stuff. So there you go. Cool beans, girl. Awesome. And thanks again. I'm glad you keep coming back. That's really nice of you. Jessica gave us a recipe on how to make homemade laundry soap, I think it was. I was going to say dish detergent, but anyhow, there's a bunch of those out there. So, but thank you again, Jessica. You caught me just as I was wrapping up, so it must have been the universe telling us to hang on one more second. But everybody out there, thank you, honey. Thank you. She says we have a great time here, and it's a good talk. So, yeah, if you want to get into a lot of technical stuff, Jessica, you could just go right over there on Dave's thing. Click all. He does a little porch thing most days around 5, live at 5. They just bullshit. But if you ask him a serious question about a bike, you'll have an answer pronto, and I mean that. So anyhow, everybody, I guess what I was trying to say is we'll see you all again soon. Thanks for being here. And question answered, question resolved, problem fixed. And hopefully it helps some people out there. So until we see you again, be well, harm none, and Godspeed.